Hey, welcome back to Real Life Together with Billy and Darla. Hey, just want to tell everybody we appreciate y'all to, supporting the channel and liking and subscribing. Today we're coming from the Caney Creek ramp. We'll come out and go, I believe, to the right here. Uh, Water levels at 157.5, I believe, which is like 6.89 feet low. This is August the 22nd. It's a Friday evening. Here you'll see we'll come out around the point. This will be coming out of Caney Creek, coming to the right. You can see the island there at the top. Just amazing how low the water is and how beautiful it is, and sad at the same time. Here we'll come down going towards the back of Caney. You'll see these little coves that we normally call coves are actually just little drains here. Don't really do much. Coming out, see a couple of how the bank kind of flattens out there and comes to a little point. Just coming down here. Again, we're going towards the back of Caney. A lot of sun glistening off the water there. A little drain there, kind of comes and hooks back off that point. Coming on down the bank a little bit more, a couple more little drains there. See how that little creek kind of comes in there and then just dies out. And it's become more like a little drain more than a creek, or a dry creek bed, I guess. Beautiful little point. All those little small trees and stuff that are normally what we're flipping and pitching to. A little drain there that hooks back. Coming on back towards the back. Wasn't able to get back as far as I wanted to. There's a road bed that comes out and comes into the water there. Wish I had stopped and got a little bit more footage on that. That's the very back of Caney. That's about as far back as I could go. This drone doesn't have the distance on it that some of the others have now. It's a little bit older drone that I'm using. Still takes a good, pretty picture. It's a DJI Mavic 2. You can see how little creeks and all back there in the back kind of go. We'll work on getting some more footage back there when I get back from vacation. We'll be back on the, I believe on the 6th or 7th. Hope to be on the water as soon as we get back and do a little fishing. We'll do a little fishing while we're up in Michigan, do a little walleye fishing up there. We'll bring you some video of that here in a couple of weeks. So here we're gonna start kind of making our turn back, showing the far side there of Caney Creek. Coming back up, some more little drains off, a little fast little spin there. Like I said, the drone was starting to mess up on me, so I had to start flying back a little bit. But beautiful day on Lake Sam Rayburn there. Just look at those skies, bluebird skies there. Just all the sandy beaches of Sam Rayburn. You see the island up there on your, probably about mid-screen there on the right. We'll get some more shots of that here in just a minute. Looking back on that left side bank, the boat ramp would be right on the other side of those trees there, in that little gut. Alright, so here we're kind of looking on that far side of Caney Creek from the ramp, uh, going back up towards the island. It was a beautiful evening on Lake Rayburn. Uh, just one of those that's they're hard to find like that, but no wind out there makes the fishing a little tougher, but it makes it a lot hotter, that's for sure. Here we're going to come up towards the island. Again, see how far that point sticks out there right below the island. That little grass patch, a lot of times we'll stop and fish it, not realizing how shallow it is all the way around it in between the island and that grass patch. Kind of looking back a little bit, just kind of spinning back towards the back, showing those little coves there. Come back out and come back up towards the island, kind of showing that bank line a little better. There, if we come over that point, almost looks like an old road bed right there coming across that point. Here we jump back over a little bit. There's that little grassy patch out there. Looking towards that cove there behind the island. Again, you can pretty much, that's got to be a road bed right there that goes across that point. Just looking around the island there. I don't know how many times I fished that road bed on the island, not realizing that was a road bed. I just always thought it was a split, a little creek or something that ran through there. Never paid attention to it, but it's an actual road bed between that bottom piece of grass and the upper piece there. It always was amazing to me. And then when I saw this footage, I was like, wow, I didn't realize that was a road bed. Also amazing how shallow that gets there in between the island and the point as it goes in that other cove. We'll come on around a little bit, get a little bit better shot of the island. The old church steps would be on your upper left side of that island. We'll get a shot of them here in a second. Here, I'll turn to the left a little bit and you'll see the church steps a little bit better. You see them there on the top. We'll pan out and kind of look at those other coves right there behind the island from the ramp. I'll fly out a little bit again. Just a beautiful afternoon on Lake Rayburn. That's looking back towards the boat ramp. Alright, so here we are. That's the cove. Boat ramp will be to your left side of the screen around that point there. We'll kind of come in and fly out on the main lake side of the point. Alright, here we come over the main lake. See the point comes out, a little hump out there right off the point. Again, it's a beautiful evening. It's amazing. Come out and you can see the drop offs there, and where that little high spot is on the point there. A little bit of a breeze out this evening, not much, but what a beautiful place. Just kind of panning around back through Caney Creek there. It's going back into the boat ramp. We're going to kind of fly over the point, kind of look a little bit on the main lake side. You know, 147 bridge would be in your top left corner of the screen there. Here was the main cove there that the boat ramp is off of. It's coming around the point back into the cove. I don't know why, but I always just never fished this side of the lake, or not the side of the lake, but this side of the cove right here. And man, looking at it, it's got a lot of good little drains and good little features right through there off these points that I really need to be fishing. I guess by the time I get back there, I'm ready to put it on the trailer and go to the house, but we're going to do a little fishing through there. Come back, see these little saddle areas, these little ditches and drains, and these little pockets. Comes back and splits off there, and kind of goes back up in the trees a little bit. I really like this one here where it kind of is a finger point coming out with that little ditch right there going right up the middle, kind of cutting back towards that other little drain back in the back. Pretty skinny back here, even with, you know, when the water's up, it's still kind of shallow in some spots. Another good little drain and ditch going back off up in there. Creek channel, here's the creek channel. It's the back of, I believe this is Little Caney coming up. You can see how it just winds around, works its way back up in there. There's certain times of the year, everybody knows what I'm talking about. Those will be some good little bends to be fishing. Again, I personally don't think I've ever fished back here. As many times as I've launched at Caney, I've gone other places to fish. You're looking at a little creek or drain or whatever you want to call that there, and then the back of the creek, main creek there. You can see when it's up, it just goes on and on. A little split in it. One to the left, look at it, just kind of goes and circles back around. The one in the main creek to the right just goes on back off in there. And we're just going to kind of get over the main part of the creek, and then we'll pan out and look back towards the main lake. Get a good little shot of that here. We're panning back up towards the boat ramp. Kind of back up and do a fly back out. Show you that other side a little bit. So the boat ramp will be up on that point up off the top of your screen on the right. Bottom of that point, right around from the boat ramp. Daughter and I actually walked that the other night, just out there looking around, and just amazing. Just sit there and walk the shoreline was around somewhere you fished all your life and never really paid attention to when the water was down a little bit. I believe the lowest other time it was, you know, this lower was 2011. I believe at that time it was like 14 or 17 feet low. This is just flying back up towards the boat ramp off the boat ramp cove there. I believe that's called Little Caney, and the one out front's Big Caney, or Caney Creek. So this is the little drainer right there behind the boat ramp. The boat ramp being the top left of your screen. The creek winds on back through there pretty good. Hey man, we just want to tell everybody we sure appreciate y'all watching the videos. You know, if you would hit that like button, subscribe to it. We've got some more coming out. We've got the Black Forest, Lucas. We get back from vacation, we'll be doing some more, but hey, we're gonna go ahead and land this one, and we'll see y'all soon, and hope to have some more videos up and do some more flying when we get back from vacation. Appreciate it.